This is not the internet. This is the Metaverse. Hello pioneers and happy Pi Day. Today we're going to take a look at the Picore team announcements for Pi Day and some of the other things that have been released throughout the week. This the Pi browser here, we had an update of that, which looks very nice. The user experience is great. The look and feel is brilliant. You know, I love the purple color and everything. Yeah, it's really, really nice. You know, we've got this recently visited URLs now from the drop-down menu. And when you go to a Picore team app like Firesight, the banner remains purple. And if you do the drop-down, it gives you a brief description. Now, if we go somewhere else like PiNFT.art, you can see that the banner changes to white. And from the drop-down, you can see that it's because it's not verified. Right? So this is an easy way to tell, and it's a really nice feature. One thing that we were looking forward to, because we had a little teaser, was this switcher app. Right now, we didn't get any release on that, so I don't have any more information on that, but we're keeping an eye on it. One thing we did get was reordering of the icons, right? So Firesight now sits in the #1 position, right? So I guess they're trying to promote that more. So that's nice. And on the home screen, right, you've got this new swipe to Pioneer posts, right? So when you swipe on that, we get the Firesight posts. Now these are only a certain amount, you know, they're just like a selection that come up. And then you got the little banner down the bottom there to go and see more. Right, so that's a nice addition. During the week we had the release of the Pi ad network, right, which is something, you know, that I've talked about this before, but you know, like with ghost ads and things like that, where you know you can do ads that aren't so obtrusive, right? And I really like this idea. And if you look at the core team blog post, right, you'll see that, you know, they're talking about this ads not being disruptive as well and diverting attention, right? So they're not intrusive. Right? With the ad network, right, they're hoping to use it to solve the monetization issue, right? So it's nice to see the core team finally acknowledge that, you know, developers are having trouble raising funds, right? Especially when Pi doesn't have any value, right? And if you look down here, and it's talking about you know, distributing funds in USD while Pi is in enclosed mainnet, right? So this will be interesting to see how this unfurls. Looking a bit more at the Firesight app, you can see inside here, you know, that you can watch ads, right? So I'll just bring that up by clicking on the watch ad button here, right? So if you watch an ad, then you'll get paid in Fire tokens, right? And it's important to note that you know, these tokens, while you can use them to make your own posts and all that for people who haven't been KYC qualified and got mainnet coins, you know, they're not going to be used for tips and they'll never be converted back to Pi, right? So during the week, you know, when we had the ad network drop, we had this new blog post come out, and one little nugget we got from that was that we now have 55 million people engaged, right, which is a great increase from the 47 million. That's brilliant. We also had crossed the 3 billion mark for the amount of Pi out in circulation. Right, so that was a bit of a milestone, and leading up to Pi Day, we actually had the IOU price jump to $122. It's since retraced down to 51, you know, and it doesn't really matter, but you know, it's something to look at. And finally, we got the video release from Picore team. It was a bit late in the day, but we finally got it, and you know, our fearless leader, or one of them, you know, Nicholas, came out and dropped a 10-minute video. Mostly focused on KYC, right? So there's a lot of good news there for that. So, but we'll have a look through and see what we can pick out of this. We had the 55 million engaged pioneers that we know about. KYC member now, it's up to 9 million. That's up from 8 million. You can see back when we did the video on the conditions. So that was a really, really nice increase. These are all the things that the KYC is going to be increasing by, you know. So there's a lot of you know, people be able to resubmit and do a lot of extra things. There's a whole list there of things that, you know, and by now you've seen the video from Nicholas, so you all know that, but a lot of KYC upgrades to come out to get more people KYC. The only thing I would say is that the people, the numbers that he was talking about in this KYC reprocess, you know, there was a lot, but it was in the, you know, 200,000, 600,000 sort of realm, so it still needs to be a lot more people KYC'd. We also got this celebrate your KYC status, right? That was a little bit of fun. It was a nice little addition. And the KYC.py was migrated to the pinet.com, right? And all the apps are going to be migrated. If not already, they're going to pinet.com. The only one that I know that isn't done already is Pi Wallet, and that's going to be done on the 20th, I think I saw. The next is we've got an upgrade of the Node version to 4.9. I don't know whether this includes Protocol 19 or Protocol 20, right? So that would be interesting if it does. I did try to check it myself. I looked at my node. My node's still on 4.5, and then when I went back and refreshed it again, so that you know, I got this new home screen up, and you can see that my node button disappeared. So one of the mods told me that we don't actually have to upgrade anything, and it's automatic. Now, he's got that from the core team. Normally you would have to upgrade it, so I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'll check that as soon as I get the button back, and he's going to report back to the developer to fix this. That's where the button should be. And so yeah, so we got 200k Pi nodes that we reported with 1 million CPUs, right? And the whole big thing that Nicholas pointed out on this was, you know, having a massive open source AI model that could be run in a decentralized manner, right? And I discussed this before about, you know, how AI would be one of the platform apps that we would be getting, right? So it's good to see Nicholas, you know, reporting on that's a feasible thing. You know, during the week I saw this as well, that this thing called Katara AI was supposed to be being integrated. I don't have any evidence of this apart from this post, and so I guess we'll just wait for more from the core team to know about that. We've also known about this Pi.ai. You know, it's not associated with Pi, but a lot of people know about this, and apparently people are participating in it just you know, because it's associated. So that's interesting in the background. And you know, this came out as a new term that we get used to, which is DAI, you know, so decentralized AI, right, which is what Nicholas is talking about. So that was very serendipitous. The last thing to cover that I really got out of everything was the PiCommerce Hackathon winners. So we had Map of Pi and PiNook. You know, they were the winners. This is what they look like, you know, Map of Pi and PiNook here. And these were all built upon the template that Picore team released, you know, in the developer portal. You know, so this is very, very nice. You know, congratulations to these guys. That was excellent. And one thing the last little thing I wanted to cover is, you know, it was very interesting that Craig Wright was deemed not to be Satoshi Nakamoto on Pi Day, right? So, you know me, you know, nothing is a coincidence, and, you know, I find that very, very interesting. That's it for the video. You know, I wanted to get something out quick. I sort of rushed through the slides, you know, to get some things out there. You've seen the video from core team already, so you know the full updates, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it all. you know, it was very, very good. You know, obviously I was expecting to see the minting function come out, and we didn't get that, you know. So, but we got some other things, you know. So it was quite good to at least get some things to talk about, some things to look forward to, and you know, you see that core team says they're on track to release their apps, you know. So we're going to see a lot of things released in 2024, and hopefully we can hit all the numbers for all the conditions, and we can see open mainnet. So. That's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you later.